My name is April Senner. I'm planning on going to either George Fox or Western Oregon University. Probably study computer science, yeah.
Anna May. I'm going to go to COCC for nursing.
My name is Hannah Seeley. I'm planning on going to Western Oregon University next year. I'm not sure yet. I might study forensic science, or I don't really know yet.
Mercedes Smith. I'm moving to Washington to go to Lower Columbia College.
Jordan Rear. I'm hoping to go to college at a community college in Oregon and get a fire science degree to become a firefighter.
My name's Mattia Mason. I'm eventually planning on getting married, and I'm not going to go to college. If I do go to college, I'll do it online because I want to travel a lot and seek God and probably go on missions or something. For a while, I wanted to be a midwife, and it just we'll see what God has in store for me. So,
Zach Flegel. I'm going to go to college and get a mechanical engineering degree. I think I'm going to go to Oregon State. To call myself a Christian, it means that I'm trying to show myself to others to bring them towards God, and that they can get a relationship, which I have with Jesus.
To call myself a Christian, it means that I live my life for God and that I do everything that I can for Him, and that I believe that He's coming back one day.
Calling myself a Christian, I guess, is just, I don't know, having like a relationship with the Lord and really like trusting in what He says and trying to live your life around it, trying to, I don't know, do like what He says and live your life to like, I don't know, to live up to that.
It means that I have God in my life and He's always there for me, so I don't have to carry a whole bunch of problems on my shoulders, and He's always there.
Well, just being a Christian, it gives you hope.
It kind of means that, yeah, I'm different than everybody else, but I can show what Christ taught us, to love everybody and just to spread His word, because not a lot of people know.
Just to follow God and have a personal relationship with Him, rather than just, say you believe in God.
To be a Christian is to have a relationship with God, and because I'm a Christian, I have purpose in life, and I tell other people, my friends and everyone, I want to tell them about the relationship that I have with God, and so they can know Him too.
I just try and do everything that He calls me to do, to show others the gospel and share the good news.
When I started high school 5 years ago, I was raised in a Christian home, yet I didn't really show a lot of it, and it was overpowering when I got saved 5 years ago, so.
Because before, like, my freshman and sophomore and junior year, I kind of, like, partied a lot and just did whatever I could to, like, fit in, and last year I really, like, came back into my relationship with God, and it definitely made me want to change the way I lived and did things. And
I want to show it to others because I found that with me being a Christian, I will always have something to lean back on and know that everything will be safe and okay.
Well, because I know God, there's, like, my life is so much different. There's just so many times in my life where I have like prayed for things, or I've seen God work in my life so many ways, and just seeing that, it's just so exciting, kind of, and it's, I would just want them to be able to kind of experience that too.
I think most people who go to college tend to get distracted easily by like parties and things, and I think definitely having God on my side is going to help me not be tempted by things like that.
I think it has a huge impact. I mean, I don't really know what, I don't know, I am worried actually about what my life would be if I wasn't a Christian. Just, I don't know, the choices I make, I don't know, the people that I'm with, and just, I don't know, like how I treat other people and look at life, I guess. I think would be so much different.
Well, before, when I wasn't really a strong Christian, I wasn't really living the life that I wanted to, I guess. And it just helps me every day, now that I'm a Christian, just helps me to get through the day.
I would have to say, as a Christian, how I spread God's work is through my music. So, worshiping and just writing songs is how I look at it.
Well, like hearing other kids, they don't know exactly what they're going to do after school, but I know that no matter what I do, I always have God and something will turn out. So it kind of gives me a little peace knowing that I can go out to the world and just live my life for Him.
I think it's just like changed my entire life. I know people go through rough spots with God, but I know that I have a really strong relationship with Him now, and I've been raised in a Christian home, so I've got a pretty solid foundation. I think that's going to, motivate me to keep on the right path.
Well, I think I have like a more broad perspective on life, like not just focusing on the here and now and today and worrying about little things, but when I take a step back and I think, oh, okay, it's okay, because looking at like the big picture of life kind of just helps me.
Well, it'll definitely help me get through college, knowing that I always have like support groups through church, and God's always watching out, and He's doing what He believes is best for me.
It gives me peace because you have something to trust in. You have a faith that no matter what you do, it'll be alright. I don't know, it's hard to describe.
My life is definitely different than 3 or 4 years ago, because at that point I wasn't even involved in a church. Like, I didn't really have a church that I was going to. I've been a Christian since I was little, but at that point there wasn't really a church that I called my own, I guess. And so until I found Calvary Chapel, the church that I go to now, I just wasn't really a great of an example to people as I would have liked to have been.
Being a Christian really will change your life, I guess, and so it's going to be evident in everything in the future, but I think that during that it's really going to impact how I do treat people in the future, what I make of my life, because having, I don't know, being a Christian kind of makes you have that purpose, I guess, in life. It's not just another thing that you do, but that's kind of what you should center your life around, and so it makes it so that, just so that you don't have to that's what you can aim for in life. You always have that hope and that something to strive for. You always have something that you can look forward to, I guess.
I think it's definitely, again, made me a lot happier. I'm a lot nicer to people, I think, now, since I kind of fell back into it. I used to, I'd just be like awful to people, especially in middle school and stuff. I was just not a very nice person, but I think I've definitely started working on making better relationships with people.
Well, I'm always kind of looking for God's will for my life, and I will just continue to try to spread His love with people and just tell other people about Him.
And anything that I do, I always look back and say, there's no way I could have done that by myself. It was being a Christian, being with God, knowing that Him and me have that personal relationship to talk to each other, and He helps me out, and I just try to keep up with Him.